Sit me at the table until I'd finished my plate. I'd let the flies have it before I'd give in.
Can't he possibly imagine you being stubborn?
If my mother could see me now.
The Fixture Life guy? Oh yeah, it was the Fixture Life guy, yeah. You know, there is some guy that lost his mind over this, like, unironically. They read the gay thing, and they were just like, fucking pronouns! This woman is unimaginable. Well, I think it was being sarcastic. I think he was being sarcastic, I'm pretty sure. I think they just released pronouns
Do you
in
wish to go back?
RuneScape?
Home?
We go where our work takes us. That's our home now.
Like they added like non-binary pronouns to RuneScape. I think people are losing their minds. Another Bible. RuneScape had pronouns. Well, yeah, male slash female, I assume.
And yet home turns up around every corner.
How so?
My parents' house stood near the sugar mills. Before the fire took it. Would they even know me?
Where am I looking? There's a mill over in this direction, apparently.
Would I know them?
We could go back, you know. After this, we could go to Cuba together.
First, let's face what lurks in the forest.
Is it Cuba? Cuba. Pop, ba pop. They actually will grab like a glass of cola. If I can't eat food, just to, you know, keep me running. Fucking pronouns! Those people are very funny. I should add that as a soundbite. I think that would be a good soundbite.
From the invisible.
I get that on my phone, Reddit. I get that gaming circle jerk subreddit a lot. I thought that was supposed to be like a Giga Omega bigoted subreddit, but I guess they're the opposite. Well, they post a lot of these like people freaking out over things. Games are gonna kiss inverted, the right wing, yeah. I don't know, I just assumed that it would be like... Because a lot of those like circle jerk subreddits turn into like... They turn into what they were supposed to fight in the beginning, I guess. They forget they were circle jerking and then they start circle jerking, you know what I mean? So I just automatically assume they will be like far right, crazy subreddits, but that one is like very reasonable. But they post a lot of this content of like people freaking out over nothing. So that stuff just cracks me up. There's apparently a whole ass like Google Sheets document someone made detailing like what games, if games have like if they're safe to play, but depending on if they have LGBT themes or not.
Fast!
Call on me.
You think gaming circle jerk is reasonable? The surviving has been very reasonable, yeah. Maybe we're not talking about the same subreddit though. I hate everyone on Reddit, yeah, but you hate everyone, period. Someone gives you those people are just nut jobs like everyone else? Let's do some on-stream gaming circle jerk. This is the one I saw yesterday, I think. This is the one I saw yesterday. They're insane in a flavor that he likes. I saw this yesterday. This is like a Google sheet someone made or something where they're warning people about whether or not the game has LGBT themes. This is not the gaming circle jerk people doing this, and I only look at the top comments, but they didn't seem too unreasonable. 1.7 contains subtly pro-climate change messaging. Multiple episodes appear androgynous, contradicting Greek myth. Wait till you learn where the term androgynous comes from. Forced eco-terrorism is one of the wildest complaints I've ever seen. It's like I think that's for, I think the forced eco-terrorism is for, Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, oh yeah, forced cross-dressing. Oh, well, that's funny. Fallout creator, it's not about capitalism. GCJ, he is wrong. I mean, I haven't seen that. I mean, this seems reasonable so far. Right? Oh yeah, Dave the Diver being, there's the addition Dave the Diver being fat. I don't know what is Day, I don't know what Day is, but the player character is a fat guy who can somehow deep dive. This guy plays so much gay sex to research this. They disrespect my... Yeah, but they're not doing this, so these are other people. This isn't their list, this is something they found. Here's the original list as a Google Docs. I don't know if I want to open that though. Witcher 3 having light social commentary. Taste fat guy who can swim. And the chef is a person of color. How is Life is Strange about subtle I don't know. I don't know. Aren't half the games literally... No, well, because it's optional. It's all optional. You can just... Like, in Life is Strange 1, if you just avoid one kiss with Chloe, then essentially that game is no longer LGBT to them, I guess. No, you can swing no ways. I mean, Life is Strange 1 in particular isn't necessarily like super romantic to begin with. There's like one option for like close physical intimacy with another person of the same gender, and that's it. I haven't. To be fair, I think I've seen like 3 posts here on my phone because it just became it just started suggesting this to me, but I haven't seen anything bad here. I don't like LGBT. Life is Strange because it's pro LGBT. In my head, GCJ. Jeez, that's so hard to say. It's a Resetera offshoot. I don't know what is Resetera. Reset Era. I don't know. I've never been there before. And I calls himself a liberal, and he doesn't even know where they hang out. I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal. Somehow I completely forgot. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I mean, all the Life is Strange. Life is Strange. Life is Strange 1 is like the most. Life is Strange 1 and Before the Storm. Well, before the storm. At least Life is Strange 1. I mean that there's only one option in that game to have like physical intimacy with someone, which is a kiss, and that kiss is played off as a joke. And if you go for the kiss, then if you choose one of the endings, you get like a bonus kiss. If you chose the kiss before and you like made a bunch of romance options. You been called out back to Kiwi Farms with you? Oh yeah, Kiwi Farms. Yeah, that website. That's where I usually hang out. I just kiss you. It's a well, I mean, first of all, we're probably gonna play Life is Strange on stream here soon because we gotta prepare for the new game releasing. But in the game, it's like Chloe's like trying to get Max to get a little bit out of her comfort zone. She's like, "Hey, kiss me. I bet you won't." And Max is like, "Oh yeah, all right, bet." And then Joseph, why we don't need to play it? It's not again. It's the first time on stream. It's on the list. We can't play it. What do you mean? It is. It's on the list as playlist.
See that corpse? I could use a ritual.
If we go to the list. Where's my list at? Look. Oh, the other. Oh, the list we were just at. True. He won't play Sex with Hitler, but he'll play Life is Strange. Yes, and I would do it again. Life is Strange is like, that's a fast playthrough though. We're talking like, we're probably playing, I don't think we're playing 2, but maybe we're playing 2. But even if we're playing 1, even if we're playing Life is Strange Before the Storm and Life is Strange 2, we're talking like, maybe 2 weeks. Like max 2 weeks. For 3 games, but I think it would be significantly less. Life is Strange is like maybe an hour per episode. 2 whole fucking weeks. I mean, that's like worst case scenario though. I think maybe a week, if not less. Well, I'm gonna be yapping at chat, so probably about that.
Spirit and flesh, I summon you!
Reinforcements!
You're wasting your time on this one.
That's not good.
Did we miss a few?
Oh my god! One, two, three. Oh, I messed up my combo. 1, 2, 3. Wait, what the hell? There we go. Wrong target, but we did it, Reddit.
Reinforcements! Piss off!
One, two, three, four.
Move yourself.
Move yourself to the music the moment you want it. You better never let it go. Last time I got cranky about me making fun of Life is Strange when he was playing it. Oh? Life is Strange True Colors? Said he never played it on stream before. He made welcome mod to avoid spoilers. Yeah, that was True Colors. I said mod even though Enda offered it to me age before purely so Wilk had no power over me. Wilk is well known as a power abuser. You made the right choice. I'm so responsible. I've never abused. Never is a bit of a strong word. So, I mean, you are basically the only moderator that does anything, though. To be fair. Okay, so I can't get up here, but I guess there's another way around, maybe? That says entrance. Wouldn't it say exit if it was another way around? And I'll ban that son of a bitch again if I get the chance. I think the big problem with like Mimu with mod power on Twitch too is just like it's just if you ban someone, now they lose their like follow time, they lose their follow. It's just like you can't even like ban someone as a joke. Well, wait, you banned Jay Salameo? No way. No way you did that. But he deserved. No. That guy's like the third or fourth. It's the fourth highest gifter. What do you mean? That guy's like a semi-oiler. Wait, was I not there? The hell?
Have some of this.
We ban oilers around here. We do a little findom. No, we don't ban oilers. I need those. I said this before, guys, and I'm not saying this to shame you guys. So if I were you, I would feel a little bit ashamed for sure. I did go to some other smaller streamers sometimes, people with less followers than me and less viewers, and they had like legitimately over 1 million bits given to them, like thousands of subscribers. I'm not saying you guys should be ashamed, but you should probably be a little bit ashamed. Like a small healthy amount of shame, I think. Were those streamers not women? No, that's the thing. They weren't. They were just like me. Poor boy, poor boy. Mortis may be bald, but he's not. Well, I don't think Mortis has thousands of gifted subs, does he?
More tracks. Our quarry came this way.
The fabric is familiar. Doolan had scraps of it amongst his effects.
Marking the way to the camp, no doubt.
Wait, what just happened? Did I somehow go down a step? Oh, this was in a circle, gotcha.
Well,
I'm confused. Okay. I said like 2,000 last month. What the hell? You can afford to go on vacation. Yeah, I can't. I just have to keep streaming every day. Remember when I streamed and I had COVID? Because if I didn't, then I couldn't afford my COVID medicine.
That specter's seen a corpse and it wants it for its own.
One, two, three, four. One, two.
You need my help.
Jesus. One, two. Hey, drop the ghost.
die, you bastard!
We had COVID together. I miss the Dawn Trail era, those 14-hour streams every day where Chef gives. The Final Fantasy 16 ones were better, 14-hour streams of terrible bitrate during boss battles. I like how we call it an era, like this happened like... You know, these were like old streams I did like 6 years ago, but that happened 2 months ago.
I feel swelled with life.
Amazing, isn't it?
I mean, I think we'll do something similar in the future for like we did for 16. Like if a game releases and I want to play it, and it's going to be like a really, really, really long game. But I know a lot of people aren't going to like want to watch or be spoiled or whatever. Then instead of playing like that game over, you know, 2-3 months, better to just stream as much as I can over like a week or something. Then the people that like really care can just watch it all the time. PvE2 launch marathon. Maybe. Lots happening that everyone hates. Yeah, everyone. I had a very positive. Let me read this first. In the beginning was the word. Ooh, this is a Alan Wake 2 reference. To give the assent, to be blessed enough to be the bringer of good words, of compelling words. A true banisher does not come to the dead as a judge or a friend, but as the good pastor, the protector of the blessed herd. And through my words and my fingers sometimes flows the will of God, calling to him through the assent, the lingering dead, kindly but firm. And each time I was blessed enough to give a lost soul his path to the light. I'm carefully listening to the ghost's last glance and shivering, and I still shiver as I recall these previous moments, for I'm convinced I saw a sparkle of the eternal heavens in their eyes as they left. In the beginning was the word, says the scriptures. I dare to add, in the end, too. 1 second. First get the word. I was paying attention during the game, but everything I have seen about Dawntrail since is how it is the worst X-Pack and how the cat is the worst character in the history of Final Fantasy. Yeah, like I had a very positive reception to the expansion. I thought it was pretty good. I thought I really like Wuklamat as a character. I said she was like top 3 characters for me, and I still stand by that. I think she's a really good character. But for everyone else, she's like the worst character ever. They despise her. Why though? I mean, there's a lot of reasons. The video's getting death threats about it, yeah. A lot of people don't like that the expansions focus so much on her, I think, and they don't like the kind of like how she's being built up. I guess they couldn't like get into that. You know, I guess they wanted. I think a big problem is that a lot of people went into this expansion wanting it to be Endwalker 2. They wanted something insane, like a crazy expansion with a lot of crazy stuff happening, where your mind is constantly blown, and all this insane stuff is happening. And then the expansion starts, and it's just you going on an adventure with this cat person, and as this adventure goes, like Wuklamat is a flawed person. She makes mistakes. She's learning, and people just like, you know, they don't like that, I guess. The threshold for getting death threats by gamers is super low. What do you mean the map button is Y and not M? Death threats it is, yeah. And some people thought that her voice acting was weak in some places, which it is. But also people are blaming the voice actor for that. They're like, well, obviously this is the voice actor's fault. It's like that. If voice acting is bad, it's almost exclusively going to be the fault of the people that are responsible for the voice acting, right? Like people were questioning whether or not she had like poor direction, right? Whether or not whether or not she wasn't being directed properly to say her voice lines, because she had that weird voice, and at the end where she's like, it's like a super epic moment. She's like holding this thing up, and her voice is like, you know, her voice should be like, oh, I need help, but then she's like, oh, I need help, you know. Youngie definitely butchered English Kiryu. I mean, there is a there's a potential issue with all acting where you hire someone thinking they will do a good job. Maybe you think they have potential. Maybe you think that maybe they did really good during the audition, but you can't get that out during like the performance, right? Where you were really happy with them, you thought they could do a good job, but maybe you thought they had more potential than they really did, and then you get them in the voice recording booth, or you get them as like an actor, and then they just can't live up to that potential. And now you're kind of stuck with it, right? Like, I've already hired this person, I've already started doing the work for it. To replace this person would be a huge mess, would take a lot of time, and now you're just kind of stuck with it. And that happens from time to time. But for instance, when the issue that Vuklamat had, for instance, when the issue is that it's inconsistent, meaning that she can definitely give 100%, but she's not doing it sometimes, the problem is probably going to be that she doesn't know what to do, right? It's going to be that she's an English voice actor, meaning that she probably has less direction. I don't even know how they do their English voice acting. It could be that they get told, hey, go to this voice acting place, and then there'll be a person there, you have your lines, you say your lines, they'll send those your lines. Or it could be that they have like an English representative that's also there with you, helping you. But it could also be that English representative doesn't have all the information either, right? So they might have a problem. I think I would be shocked if it turns out that all of the English voice actors for that game have like Japanese the Japanese directors or whatever, over Skype or over Zoom or whatever people use now, like talking to them and helping them. I think they probably outsource that to someone that then helps the voice actor. That person might not have full information either, right? So then you record a line and you're like, yeah, that sounded good. And then it turns out, oh, but actually for this line, we need you to be sad or to be happy, to be angry. You're like, well, I mean, I didn't do that, so what are we going to do? This is your current problem with the rest of the English voice acting cast. I can't find the source for it, so I'm not going to say this is a fact, but I believe that Alphino's voice actor said on his stream that they do get very little direction. But a big thing is that Vuklamat is like one of the few new voice actors, right? She's one of the few new people that at least that has as many lines as she does. Like, there's other new voice actors too, but they have very few lines. She has a lot of lines. So compared to the other voice actors, she wouldn't be used to like having to figure things out herself, right? Because she's very new to voice acting in general, I think. Did you notice a lot of excesses with other voice acting in Don't Trail? No. I mean, I think it's only Vuklamat, but it's only like one scene though. It's like 1 or 2 scenes. That's it. Everything else is great. It's only like 1 or 2 scenes. It's not like she's like. First of all, as far as I can tell, she's doing an accent. I think. But on top of that, like she performs great 99% of the time. It's just a couple of times where you're like, oh, that didn't sound right. If just 2 scenes, then it's nothing worker. Yeah, but one of the problems is that one of those scenes is like literally at the very end of the game in like a super giga omega epic moment. But that's where I would say, like, that doesn't feel like a voice actor problem to me, because first of all, like I said, she's shown that she can perform. Number one, number two, poo poo. It's one of those things where you can easily be like, okay, I can see how this went wrong. Like you know, on the page in the script it just says, like, it says the line, maybe it doesn't have any clear direction for like what's happening, right? It's just your character saying this line. So now you read the line and you're like, all right, that was it, right? And then, you know, if the people out there directing your voice doesn't say anything, then like, what are you supposed to do, right? But even then, like, like, people had a gajillion problems with this character, which, you know, if people didn't like the character, cool enough. Obviously, death threats aren't fair, but I don't get all the hate. I wonder if people have like hardcore main character syndrome, so they didn't like that another person was the main character of this expansion.
There's more of them.
Oh.
Once more with feeling. That corpse is gonna shoot.
I got a gun.
Piss off.
Pass off. I can imagine someone, if someone's being told, hey, this new person is cool, important, and main focus, and just being resistant to it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems really irrational to me. But I can understand why it works that way, right? It's like with I said this about a lot of games, like with Life is Strange 2. I thought Life is Strange 2 was a very mediocre game for a lot of reasons, some of which I would say are kind of like inarguable. But Life is Strange 2, if you are a person that has, like, if you have like a brother and you care a lot about like a brotherly relationship, that game will be great for you. And that's probably the same with Final Fantasy XIV Don't Rail. Like, I was really into Vuklamal's relationship with a character that's kind of like little sister almost type deal, where I'm like mentoring her and she's learning from me and she's learning to become like a better person, a good person. So it's, you know, she looks up to me. Like, I really liked that. I bonded with that, so it works for me. But if that doesn't work for you, then that story is garbage, right? Because that is the story. About the class that overlap with my Japanese class, I'm taking just exams on them based on literature. So guess what? I have to lend 10 books on Finnish language. I always get lend and borrow mixed up. I blame Finnish for having one single word for both. I think lend and borrow is very much the same thing. Okay, so they're not classes, it's just exams. Get to someone and get back. Borrow is something you borrow from someone. Direction's different. It's just line. Oh, we just have one word in Norwegian too. Låne. Finally, a good take. Oh, I did it? I got a good take? I thought Life is Strange 2 was a very mediocre game for a lot of reasons, some of which I would say are kind of like inarguable. Wait a second, guys. Wait a second. Wait. What's this? What is that? What is this thing? Guys, what is this thing? Guys, what's this thing? What is that? What is this? What what's with this dabbing endlines here? What is this? Guys, what is this? Can someone... What is this? I'm not participating in the classes, just reading the books. Okay. I mean, if that's okay for the school, that sounds fine, right? Presented by Valorant? By the breast milk company? I understand why it happens, but I do find the kind of like lack of willingness from some people to accept that some games aren't made for them a little bit obnoxious. Like a game can be good while it's bad for you, right? It's just made for a different audience. It's made for someone else. Like if Disney made like a Frozen game, you know, very clearly meant for like young girls. And I'm like, well, this game is shit. This is a shit game.
They never learn, do they?
Just seems weird to me. Oh, those. I'd be okay with this as long as they make a game for me now. Yeah, of course. That's kind of inevitable, right? I totally understand being disappointed about it, right? Like, you know, you... maybe it's like a franchise you really like, and they release a game, and it's like, wow, this game is like... not for me at all. I totally understand like being disappointed about it. It just seems like people get like weirdly aggressive about it.
Try to find a way across.
I'm on it.
I already know the way across, I don't know. People on the internet are not... yeah, I mean, the game community in general is just really awful online. All the gaming subreddits are so... they're like... when people say that, like, sheeple, when people use the term, like, oh, you're like sheep. The gaming subreddits are like the biggest sheep communities ever.
The spot has to be close.
I was surprised, to be honest, a place like PC Gaming, lean right. I mean, I don't, like, lean right feels a little bit weird to say, but I get what you're saying. I mean, they're like, you're not gonna find those people being, like, anti-LGBT, though. But you're gonna find them being anti-woke, right? But the reasoning for that is very simple. It's because all of the gaming
Try
related...
to find a way across.
I'm on it.
Sorry guys, I'll talk later. I guess the game wants to talk. I guess this is the game stream. Okay, I was gonna say all of the gaming related conspiracies are all right-leaning for the most part, right? For the most part, all of them are right-leaning. It's this concept that that you see in media too, in like movies and stuff, where it's like when something the further we move into the future, the more multicultural we are as societies, right? Right now, today, there are more people from different backgrounds working in the games industry than ever before. And as a result, we see that games are more and more multicultural in their designs. We have more people of different ethnicities, of different cultures. We have more of their themes mixed into these games. And their response to that is that people are thinking that this is some sort of giant conspiracy where the only reason this is happening is because people want to be quote-unquote woke. And then a game releases, and the game has a black protagonist. And then that game is garbage, poo-poo-doo-doo. And then someone's like, well, Of course it's bad, because it's woke. You know, they try to force wokeness into the game, and that's why it's bad. And then another game releases, and it's just a garbage game. There was nothing woke about it, right? It just, they didn't put any black people in it. There's no minorities. Nothing is gay. They're like, well, that's just a bad game. So somehow we have this like weird thing happening where games can be bad, but if a game is bad and it features minorities, then it's bad because of the minorities, right? And that's like where these communities are at. It's like everyone's looking for something to blame for why they don't like something. There has to be some sort of blame. People are not comfortable with just not liking something, right? There has to be something to blame for a dislike. It can't, because otherwise it's you, right? When I play Life is Strange 2 and I don't enjoy it, I need something I can blame. I can't just say I don't like it, I didn't enjoy it. There has to be some sort of like thing I can pinpoint and be like, no, this is the problem. It was the wokeness, that's why, right? And that's what you see in all those communities.
Of course the bridge is
What are
out.
the conspiracies,
Couldn't have a
though?
working bridge now, could we?
Oh, I thought I was supposed to, oh, I gotta be over there, okay. The issue, as with a lot of conspiracies, is that there could be like a smidgen of truth to it, right? So with games, there are some games that have issues because of like an unnecessary inclusion of certain political themes or minorities, whatever you want to say, right? There are games where that happen, a very, very small subset of them, and very often not the games people are talking about, where we're like, that is the problem. The problem is that these people were more interested in ideology than in story, right? That happens. But people are not equipped to make that distinction. People are not equipped for it. So instead they're seeing boogeymen everywhere, right? Everything
Look,
becomes a boogeyman.
We're getting closer.
It's like with The Last of Us Part 2, right? People will be like, oh, it's woke, oh, they made these choices for woke. It's like, dude, the first game was giga woke too. Say something like Dustburn, though, very overly political, from what I can tell, not a particular trash game or anything. So telecopies, what conclusion should we draw from this? Well, I mean, that's a good example, though, right? First of all, I saw that post. I posted on Discord too. I saw that post from PC Game where people said that it isn't ironic. Like, if that game is ironic, that would be crazy to me. The idea that someone says something and that, first of all, that scene in itself, it seems like you are being triggered as a distraction. So that scene in itself doesn't seem like, seems like a nothing burger. But the idea that a woke game would use your character being triggered unironically, that seems insane to me, right? That's something that like right-leaning people making a game would do, right? They would be like, whoa, well the lefties get triggered, so we're gonna have a trigger mechanic, right? That's not something left-leaning people would do. You wouldn't make fun of yourself by being like, well, I'm gonna get triggered now. But the simple answer for something like Dustborn is just it's a niche game for a niche audience, right? It doesn't make a decision if it's all parody. Well, I'm not saying it's a parody. I'm saying that like in that scene did you see the post on Discord? Like Dustburn has a scene where you're talking to like a police officer or something, and the dialogue the character has is like, I need to distract these people. I need to distract this police officer, right? So and one of your options to distract him is to be triggered. She's like, oh, so it's only because he's black or something like that. I don't remember. But there's something disingenuous, right? It's your character is pretending to be triggered to create a distraction. That seems to be the scene at least. I haven't played the game, but that seems to be the scene there.
Think you could take on a ghost?
Ooh.
Bastard!
I really don't like this enemy. This enemy, like, it's part of the reason I stopped playing the game with hardest difficulty.
They brought more friends.
But then from business perspective, niche game, niche audience, it sold so little, you could say it was too niche. Well, I mean, that depends on the budget though, right? First of all, we don't have the actual sales figures for our game, right?
Perhaps the trail leads to the second group.
For good or for ill, it
A key to the present belongings of settler found near Grim Groves.
must.
Something's nearby.
Where is it?
We're estimated around 10k copies on Steam at most. Yeah, but then you have to think about like platforms like is that game on Game Pass? Is it called Dustborn? Game Pass. Yeah, this on Game Pass too, and this is like a perfect Game Pass game, right? I mean, these types of games in particular are like they're like perfect for they're like perfect for Game Pass. These small kind of little bit wacky story based meme games, they're like really good for services like Game Pass. And that's 168. Oh, my birth date. Oh, I thought I was on a different scene. Oh man. I go back. Let's make Concord 10k on Steam, 15k on PlayStation 5. Yeah, but for Concord 2, that's probably free if you have the PlayStation subscription, which is maybe part of the point. I can see there being something for Game Pass. I don't know how to translate the financial reward though. Yeah, but I think when we talk about games from a visitor's perspective, there's two sides of this, right? It's the art and it's the money, right? And ultimately, the only thing you need for if you want to continue making games, you just need to get funding. That's it. You don't even need to be profitable. You just need to get funding, right? If I think what these people are doing is great, and I'm like a billionaire, and I want to just fund them so they can make games for a niche audience, that's fine, right? Nothing wrong with that. And also from an art perspective, art isn't always like a measure of return, right? Like if I commission someone to make a statue for me, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have you to make this statue for me, and they make the statue. I'm not gonna get any money back for that statue, right? Sometimes just producing the art is the point of it, right? I wouldn't necessarily care about like making profits. That makes a Ragnar Turnquist sound like Uwe Boll. Turnquist? Tornquist? Who the hell is this guy? Oh, he made the game. It was partially funded by my Twitch subs, aka your tax money. Yeah, I read people are upset about that too. People are like, well, you know, the Norwegian government subsidized it. It's like, yeah, and that means the game doesn't have to be as profitable, right? Like, if part of the funding comes from external sources, and that's not money you have to pay back or whatever, That's now you can make this niche game. Now you're able to make a niche game because you don't need that return, which is cool. And I've said this before too. Like, niche games are always the best. Niche games are 100% the best games always, because if that niche game is for you, that game is going to be mind-blowingly good. You're going to love it so much. If it isn't, it's garbage, poo-poo-doo-doo, right? The more niche it is, the more bad it's going to be for other people. Like, the more it swings, right? You have, like, Assassin's Creed. It's here. Assassin's Creed isn't niche at all. It's like, it's very much center line. You're on the center here. Some people don't like it much. Some people like it a lot. But not like very few people hate it, and very few people love it, right? Like, it's a very center of the line. But the more you move to one side or the other, the more you're like over here or over here on like the niche side. Like, if the game is giga or mega niche, the people that like love it are gonna love it. It's gonna be the perfect game for them. But the people that hate it, they're gonna really hate it because it's gonna be so bad. And even the people in the center, right? Like, the difference here now is huge. It's the same as like Assassin's Creed to hating it. It's the same distance. So a lot of people are gonna dislike this game. A lot of them. But I mean, I still think those games are. I would rather have a million games here than a million games here, right? I would rather have all the niche games than all the the middle of the line games, for the most part. But I mean, middle of the line games are good because you can just kind of play them. Like, this is kind of a middle of the line game, right? You can just play it. You don't have to worry about like anything. I can just play it and just be like, all right, just turn my brain off. Yo, what's up, Phil's Bagman? Can I see what this outfit looks like? If you're talking about game communities too, like a pretty big issue too is just that people know very little about game development, and they make a lot of assumptions that are just like very flawed when it comes to how budgeting works, when it comes to things like microtransactions, funding, all of this stuff. People know very little about it, and they're just needlessly upset about it and very hypocritical, right? It's like how we talked about this before. Baldur's Gate 3 gets away with having microtransactions, and people say they don't have microtransactions, and they get away with that because people like the game. But then and then people argue, like, they'll be like, well, Baldur's Gate 3's microtransactions are actually good because they let you, Larian is a good studio and it funds further game development, and that's good. And then they'll say like, oh, but this game's microtransactions are bad because they're greedy and evil. Everything government funding is involved. I think back to the Great Disasters of Kingdoms of Amular. That was a game that got remade though, didn't it? Did they release like a remake of that? You, young witch, call them ghosts, the spirit of the dead, bound to our world by business unfinished. Conflicts unresolved, or wrongs unrighted. Spirits unable or unwilling to ascend to whatever lies beyond. But there are other spirits. Aye, a ghost may forget its reason to be. A ghost may lose its bond, but yet linger. This we call a spectre. A wave of memory and emotion. A ghost is the sum of a life now ended. They know who they are because they know who they were. A spectre has no such consciousness, no perception of itself beyond feeling. Shorn of memory, its emotions have been torn away to reveal the single feeling at the core, a feeling often ugly and always raw. A spectre is rarely content. Anger spurs it, vengeance, jealousy, hatred, retribution. It no longer knows who wronged it, nor does it care. Craving the warmth of the living, its hunger cannot be sated and its thirst cannot be quenched. Complex and contradictory, always hungry but yet still capable of love and fear, and of shame and anger, of joy and pain. Ghosts linger. A spectre, its personality lost, has forgotten why. I do not tell you to love them. I do not ask you to forgive them. They pose a danger to the living, a danger against which only we witches can protect. But where the spectre has forgotten that once it was alive, we should not. A spectre is not inhuman. It is a human tragedy. It has suffered a fate worse than death. From such a fate, a witch must protect the living. From such a fate, a witch must also protect the dead. It ruined a lot of lives? Jesus! I gotta open up this, Then it looks like this. I gotta do this. Oh, that's even brighter. I'm trying to create like a light barrier here. I think all the gaming stuff is just like it's like a problem-solving issue. It just people always need to look for something to blame and something they can like a solution or something that went wrong that they can pinpoint. Be like, oh yeah, that was the problem. This was the problem. It just feels weird. Particularly people do that for things they like know so little about.
Red. The lost settlers, or what the beast has left of them.
God. They didn't stand a chance.
There is no god here.
They're doing it for all of Conqueror right now. It makes sense there though. $200 million hole. Sony wants to chop someone's head off. Yeah, but even for Concord, like people, I haven't seen a lot of the arguments, but like first of all, people are obsessed over it, right? Like people usually are on platforms like Reddit. I keep seeing posts every day about like Concord is below 50 players. Concord drops lower. Concord. Like people are super obsessed over this game. They can't stop talking about it. But it's just like it's just a game that failed. It happens all the time. And I mean, it certainly might be interesting to talk about to some extent for some of it. But I think speculating on like why it failed, I think, you know, or using this as like a boat to like harass Sony, be like, oh yeah, well Sony have no idea what they're doing. Obviously, they should have learned after their Helldivers 2 disaster. If only Concord didn't have a PlayStation Network being mandatory. Do all the areas in the game look the same? No, because we're still in the same area. We're still in the dark forest or whatever. I think we're about to get to the swamp though. We're in the dark woods. Not for us, but the analysts have been doing rounds trying to... Yeah, and I think this game only has one area, gotcha. It has like 3 probably. I think it probably has New Eden, swamps, and this place. I think when people with actual experience or expertise or understanding want to speculate, that's fine. It's just a lot of people are very emotionally driven. I'm so sick of swamps. Wait, why? Have you been watching Shrek lately? I'm sick of Shrek too. I love Poison Crimson Road swamps. We left New Eden yesterday. Apparently we're going to set up a new camp in the woods or something like that. I was fine in New Eden town. I hate walking in these woods. I'm cold, hungry, and tired. My bag is heavy and my mother doesn't want to carry it for me. Even for just a little while. She thinks that this camp is a chance for us and that I should stop complaining. She thinks I should become a trapper or a hunter. Bring some meat over for dinner. I never asked to leave. No one asked me. Nobody ever asked me anything anyways.
Those poor people. They'd done nothing wrong.
Even with a sharpshooter, their expedition was a gamble.
That person. There's gonna be a fight here.
Voices straining for release. The sound comes from those spectral webs.
I could eat an ox.
We just broke bread, Emily.
A crust of bread and rancid cheese makes not a meal, dear sister. Ho! Samuel! When's our next stop?
Quit griping and push your cart along. We'll get there when we get there.
A ripple from the second group.
Let's hear what they have to say.
My dear brother, I hope this letter finds you. We too had to finally leave New Eden Town. We split. First of all, how is this guy going to send a letter? Can someone explain that to me? How is he sending a letter? They're traveling through, like, the rough country. We split into two groups, the first being led by the Newsmith sisters, the second by Nicholas Dolan. The heroes who saved our children from the curse, may God bless them both. We followed Dulan, and our expedition started well enough until the rain befell us. We have been walking for 2 days under a light rain, and it feels like the air is getting heavier, especially with my weak heart. The doctor would scold me if he could see me now. I fear thunderstorms. The wind has picked up, and the sky, already darkened by the trees, has become indiscernible. And as if it wasn't enough, one of our comrades got hurt. She slipped on a root and twisted her ankle. As a result, I carry her bag, while another carries her. Hope we get to where we are going soon. It says, yeah, well, I get that it says unsent letter. I get that. I'm just like, maybe they send their letters when they get to the next Wi-Fi hotspot. I get that it says unsent letter. I'm just saying, like, of course it's unsent. How is he going to send that? Why is he writing this letter now? At what point did he think he would be able to send this? When he got to the nearest post office? In the town, they usually give the next ship captain passes by. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, Mr. Ossie.
And here I thought our love would always be, my dearest dear, how much you've wounded me.
I hate you.
Oh no! Ah! Ah!
Michael!
Everything was against them.
Even without the heavy weather, the wolves would have got them.
When I see all the corpses, I get that we're gonna fight here.
I'll find a way around.
I'll take the long way around. I found my own way down. As I should. Silver's mother's mirror. Comb, family portrait, Bible, jacket, blankets, shoes, socks, clothing.
Something's here.
Hidden.
You got gone now? Yeah, but they did this weird thing that pisses me
I'm
off.
sorry.
Aye. Me too.
Which is that the gun just teleports into your hands? You see me drawing the gun?
Over here. Something pulses.
It's on my back and then it's in my hands. I don't know, it's just weird. It's just weird. Am I wrong? You get the quick draw perk gloves. I must have had to. A whittled whistle Thickskin gave to the second exhibition, similar to the one given to Red. Unsure if meme. No, why would it be a meme? What do you mean? I am the
Iris! Your father is hurt and can walk no further. We must rest and treat the wounded.
We must find shelter. The cold night will kill us all.
Fire will bring the wolves.
And so does that accursed whistle. The wolves are already here. Where is Nicholas with the help from Thickskin's camp? Where's our deliverance?
We'll sound the call once more. Thickskin will come. She swore on it.
The whistles only bring the wolves upon us.
Did she give them wolf whistles so they would
will
distract the
come.
wolves?
Help will come, I know it. The Lord have mercy upon our souls.
The huntress has killed us. Rot in hell, Thickskin Newsmith! Rot in hell!
While she's being eaten.
Marcin left.
Watch out. Spectre possession.
Did we miss a few?
Stop that spectre before it possesses the corpse.
I wish I had a slow motion button.
This is Thickskin's doing.
The whistle Thickskin gave to the settlers attracted wolves. Okay, so at least I can kill Thickskin pretty
These people
happily. Without much worry.
defend.
There we go. A whittled whistle Thickskin gave a second. No.
Useless.
She lied to keep them safe.
No.
How can you defend this?
I don't defend it. I do understand it.
She did protect the half of the group most likely to survive. Okay, fair. I was gonna say, I'm not mean with this. This pisses me off. This like genuinely pisses me off because it's so stupid and unnecessary. It's the same. It's the same as carrying the torch on the back. It feels so weird to me playing some games where they put a lot of attention to detail into things, but then they have like these like very massive stupid flaws for something so simple. Like, why is the torch just on my back? Why couldn't that just be on like the on my hip or something? And if it has to be on my back, just give it like a holder or something. Like with Kratos' axe, it just has like a little holder on the back, right? Like, why do I just put? Why do I just? First of all, I don't know how I put it on my back to begin with, but like, why do I just have a magnetic torch on my back? Same with the gun. So the gun does have does have like a loop, so it could actually be attached to my back. But like, why does it just teleport into my hands? What's the point of this? Why couldn't they just put a little bit of time into making an animation for it at least? It's so stupid. It just feels weird.
Over here. Look.
Bastard.
Open sesame.
spectral nearby.
Ran out of money now. It's just these type of problems are just like a lack of attention to detail, or a lack of like, yeah, attention to detail, I would say. It's just they didn't care. They don't care. I don't think the game ever aspired for that level of polish, but you're right.
Bones and torn flesh.
I don't think that's Polish though. Like I think that's like a like they decided that like realism wasn't important for this, right? They decided like we're gonna make a game that's like you know, an adventure game set in this gritty world about death and losing people, and then we're gonna have like, you know, the details of our characters not be relevant.
A damp and itchy straw bed, just how I like it.
I guess it just feels like a detail that should be important, but it isn't for some reason. To me, at least. Another King James Bible. Is there at least a holster animation for the melee weapon? I mean, yeah, he does this to attach it magnetically to his back. But for stuff like that, right? It's just. This game should have a hair tonic so you can grow your beard faster. That would be cool. For stuff like that, right? They made the intentional choice to have you carry that thing on your back. Maybe because it looks good visually, or because it looked good in promotional material, or whatever. But they could have just had it be on your side. It could just be a torch on your side. And with the gun, I think they're teleporting it into your hands because they wanted it to be fluid. They don't want you to have like a little animation where you draw it from your back. But I would just have the animation there. I think that's fine. I don't think it has to be like an instant thing. And it doesn't take much to have that animated, I don't think. New Eden, the 6th day of December, 1694. The children sleep. We fear the silence of the house when the children will be gone. Governor Haskell, in his wisdom, will send the young away to safety with friends and family. In Boston, Concord, Charlestown, and elsewhere, while we chase the devil back to the wilderness. Thickskin, the huntress, shall take them. But Nicholas Dolan, who assures us that all will be well. We grant him our confidence, but also we weep. 1694, the 7th day of December. The house is silent. My husband has taken to the king's arms again. The little beds are empty. The children sleep outdoors tonight. On their way to salvation, Thickskin Newsmith and Nicholas Dolan watching over them. The 9th day. The first night I slept and dreamed of wolves and bears worse, and the children screaming, and I woke in terror and could not sleep again. The second night I did not sleep at all. Tonight I must sleep. God guards my dreams. The 10th day. I dream of hell, of Peter and Mary dead in the mud, tortured and torn, of ghosts and devils. When I woke, I heard my husband weeping. But then came the shouts, Thickskin is returned! We ran and joined the congregation and heard Thickskin and Dolan. He smiling, bringing the gladdest of news. The children are safe. God bless them. For though our house is quiet, our children are safe. Interesting. I should rest, see if there's like a special thing in here. The big issue that I generally have with games like this is when it feels like people just didn't care about things. Which I've said before, won't like, no one else cares about this. I'm like the 1% here that cares about this type of stuff. There's just a lot of like small details where just kind of it's like this doesn't feel like it makes sense. Like the camp. They have a camp, but they have like fully made wooden houses and stuff like that. Like that's their camp. Vampire was labor of love, you can tell. You know, like they have a camp over here. This is their camp. First of all, I question how did they even get here? Because they have a bridge. They had like wagons with them. How did they get here with wagons? There's literally no way to get here with wagons, as far as I can tell. All these roads have like issues. There's like giant things you have to climb over. There's like a bunch of problems. That's like issue number one. But issue number two, also, this is not a camp. It's a literal like homestead. It's a village. And then like stuff like this too. Like who first of all, I guess there are planks there at some point that broke. Who put these planks up? Who did that? Who was responsible for that? Who put these torches up? Why did they put a torch here? What was the point of this? Like giga nitpicky stuff, right? But like who lit this lantern? And it's still lit. Who did that? Why would it still be lit? Did that happen like a day ago? Who puts fresh carrots in Skyrim dungeons? That's all it's ready. Maybe he lit the candle too. I've seen that like 3 times and it just keeps being recommended. What playing Last of Us does to a guy? The Last of Us has some of these problems too, I think, but not as bad. But like, okay, let's look at this for a second. Giant caravan, right? Wait, first of all, where did I get down from there? Yeah, so giant caravan. How did this get here? So it can't have come from up there. They can't get a caravan from there. This is a huge caravan. So they must have come from this direction then. Let's see if that's possible. Could they have come from this direction? Well, there's a tree here. I mean, this looks a little bit too narrow for a caravan, but sure, still possible.
The second group died terrible deaths, but the scourge did not kill them.
And yet there must be a connection.
And yet there must be a connection.
Why would hungry wolves leave fresh meat uneaten?
So far they could, I guess, so far they could have brought the caravan up here.
Those claw marks are smaller than the ones we saw earlier.
So far so good. I mean, it's pretty narrow, but...
The tracks start with the expedition and grow in size as they progress.
Surrounding trees have been drawn in by a powerful force.
The beast made itself from the specters of the dead settlers. Here's where it happened.
The beast.
There were more than a few settlers. This scourge is going to be huge.
Damn thick skin. Her gifts just don't stop giving.
So I you know, this log wasn't there maybe at that point. So I mean, so far so good. They could have brought a caravan up here. So far so good. Okay, where did this caravan come from exactly? Did the wagons go through here? Is this where they brought the wagons through? See, and this is what I mean. No one cares about this, but there's literally no way They disassemble it and rebuild. You see what I mean, though, right? Like, there's literally no way to get a caravan here. Literally impossible. First of all, they were coming from New Eden, which is to the east. They were traveling west. So it's not like they came from like up here and then went down here, right? And down here is water. There's ocean down down here, right? So they had to be coming from this direction. But how? How did they get the caravans here? How did this even happen? How? That's what I mean when I said they didn't care. They don't care. They have no attention for detail. They don't care. No one else cares either, but I care. How did it get the caravan up here, Dualius? Explain!
Are you ready for the ritual?
No, but let's do it anyway.
Midichlorians, okay, what do you want from me? But the midichlorians, this makes a little bit of sense. I mean, it's stupid, but at least that makes sense. Okay, we're doing our first Scourge. I guess it's the first boss fight in the game. Except for the tutorial boss fight. I don't expect the granular level data from the game of this quality. Yeah, but the game is that quality because of that, though, right? A good story is covering these kinds of impossibility details so no one notices. Yes! Yes, what Deb said. Okay, fair. Like, the issue is that they didn't put the... Like, the issue isn't that it would take... that means they've had no passion. The issue isn't that... The issue isn't that they could have done this with their budget. The issue is that they chose not to do it. They chose not to care, right? All they would have to do... The problem is that they're thinking level design before story or anything else. So all they would have to do was just they could just have had like a bridge there or something, like a path I can't cross. It's just a bridge that leads to like a little road. Now it can be like, oh, that's how the caravan got there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, no problem. Everyone's on the same page. Everyone's happy about it. They ran into dead end. Cool. End of the story. Great, awesome. They thought about it, but they didn't. So now there's a caravan there, and there's no way for the caravan to get there. They just didn't care. They didn't care. Possibilities from a challenge level impossible. Well, a lot of games manage it.
Come out, wherever you are. Come on, show yourself.
Red.
It's behind me, isn't it?
She... Me looking around. My ghost girlfriend to my left. Red? A ghost appears behind me. It's behind me, isn't it? Look, she distracted me to the left, and then it was to the right. It's behind me, isn't it? What the hell? That better not be behind me if I turn around.
Yes.
Of course it is. Every bloody time.
Very cool design.
You are surely too big to be a wolf.
It's a scourge, all right. Anger shaped to kill.
We wish you no harm. We know all about the wolf whistles. The whistles Thickskin gave you. Oh, shite!
You'll get it next time.
Oh, easy now.
The problem is I have to dodge that, or I can't block that, I assume. Dude, oh, the combo system is so bad too. So there's a combo system where I can do 3 hits and then press triangle to get like a super hit. But the problem is that it doesn't like action Q. So if I push triangle in the middle of the 3rd hit, it changes it to the other character. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's frustrating.
Not strong enough.
What was that? I couldn't do anything. The auto aim is a little bit wonky. I failed it again.
Almost there.
Ow. Oh my god. Dude, if this game doesn't have checkpoints for the different health bars, I would lose my mind. Oh my god! I didn't even give me the warning.
Forsake me. Curse you, hate. Curse you, hate.
Hate?
I used to count my wolf kills on one hand.
Why so upset with Kate? I thought Kate was innocent. I'm not sure how they're expecting you to, like...
You'll get it next time.
I am innocent.
Can I join in too?
Am I just supposed to like shoot it from a distance? I don't know what it seems like right now. Oh my!
Keep this up.
Like it's hard to even like hit that thing. What happened there? I was Undertale. I had to call her, but I was her?
Bloody mongrel.
Oh. I don't know what's happening. No! I'm probably dead there. I'm alive? No.
There was too much hate in that beast.
But with that Bloodstar music, this guy's still at health, else you're dying is basically zero, yeah.
Are you ready for the ritual?
No, but let's do it anyway.
They don't have checkpoints on the bosses? Oh, and this boss is so poorly designed too.
Almost there.
Orion. I mean, but that was just one boss in Kina, though.
Oh, easy now.
It died for content. It had 1 health left. I can't even do the combo properly.
Focus on the staves.
Do anything. Why didn't it do anything?
I mean, they don't even really have like directional movements, right? Why does this boss have like a weak spot on this arm?
I'm not gonna stay down.
Like, this is like a Souls game, like. I was just stuck there, brother. I couldn't do anything. Yo, Saturn, what's up?
Forsake me. Curse you, hate. Curse you, hate.
Down, boy.
Ow. It said ow.
Call on me. Aim for the staves.
I can't even like target his leg properly. I keep going center. Phase 2, this is not my type of game. The body slam is very soulsy, yeah, but it doesn't, there's no precision in this.
It named its betrayer. Not thick-skin. Kate.
It spoke her name with just one voice. Her voice. The voice of the nightmare.
The same?
You're certain?
To the core of me. Within this creature lurks some part of my killer.
Did she withtle the whistles?
Thick-skin and Kate both accused. Is anyone in these damn woods innocent?
Beat all the actions I told you, Endo.
This beast. How did I miss you on my travels through the woods?
Because it did not want you. It wants your sister.
Stay, Scotchman. I can use you.
You gave them dog whistles. You sent them to die.
Those with metal would have reached camp, and I'd have used them too. Those who died won't need feeding.
The weak die that the strong may live.
You tricked them.
I tested them. This be the way of it. This be the way of the world.
Kate!
We have a hidden watcher. The sister.
I can make a choice.
Kate? Show yourself.
Jesus. She found a log perfectly her size.
What? You're unarmed! Get yourself back to camp!
How would that not be
All these long years.
even more dangerous?
All these long years. I wish to be like you.
I don't know.
To be as tough as you. If I was stalwart like my sister, I thought, I'd have saved her. I'd have saved the woman I love. I wish to be like you. And I see it now. I was just like you. Cold, selfish, afeard of my own heart. And the woman I love died for it. So many dead. You killed them, as I killed Deborah. Look at us, we have no mettle at all.
Everything I did so that you could live. You're my sister. I love you.
Would you love me if I was weak? Or would you leave me too to the wolves?
How dare you even think it? Oh.
I dare because I care.
Enough! I've done your hot work. I banished the monster you swore didn't exist, and now I know the truth. I know what you did.
I made the hard choice. Do you think it pleased me? Do you think it were easy?
In malice you sent them to die. For convenience you abandoned them. Malice?
What little chance they had, you robbed them of. You sent them out to die.
They blew the whistles. They'd have been a burden. What happened here were harsh, but it were right.
Better some dead by fang than all dead by famine. That makes a grim kind of sense.
But they could have just stayed in New Eden at that point. She took them with her. That logic makes no sense. That's like if I plan like a caravan across the desert and I'm like, hey, you guys want to come on a caravan? They're like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, all right, do you guys take it this route and I'll take it this route.
What happens now? Can you really give your people hope?
Not me. You. When they hear the Banisher has killed the beast, they'll have all the hope they need.
If that's the story we stick to.
Do you trust your older sister? Rely on her? Fear her?
She appalls me to the depths of my soul. But she be yet my sister. And this I know. Without thick-skinned Newsmith, we would surely starve.
There's a caravan to go to Tor every man from. Yeah, but the point is that she intentionally planned the caravan to go this way. She was like, all right, I'll take all the strong people with me and travel in this direction. Then I'll take all the weak people and throw them in that direction. But she could have just been like, weak people, you have to stay here. Like, I'm not taking you guys with me. I don't care.
The beast spoke with many voices. One I had heard before. The voice from the chapel. Antea's killer. It charged you, Kate, with betrayal.
What? I don't... This thing can have naught to do with me. I betrayed no one. I knew not of my sister's plan, else I'd have stopped it.
She's telling the truth, but so was the beast. It named her for a reason.
I found your journal.
Your journal did not fully burn.
You read it? How dare you?
You loved a woman. She died. You still carry the guilt.
Is this why you tried to leave New Eden?
What? No, it was... She died long ago, and I'll talk of her no more.
She fears a reckoning. Let's give her one.
Oh. Perhaps you did the best. Who am I talking to here? I don't think Kate did anything wrong.
Life brims with hard choices.
Yeah, okay. I'm talking to Kate.
Perhaps you did the best you could. But it falls to me to clear up your mess.
The older sister's heart is withered. She'll never feel remorse. Let her pay.
She's hard as stone, too far gone.
Mumble all you want, I regret nothing. The curse struck, and I alone saw the danger. I acted.
And now 'tis I who must act.
Oh. Oh, okay, it's all about thick skin here. Oh yeah, easily. This one's easy compared to all the other ones.
You ruthlessly sacrifice the innocent to ensure your own survival. I can't let you away with it.
Oh,
To
Connie.
heal, Kate must be free of her sister's grip.
You mean to kill me? Then you're just like me, only more foolish.
You mean to kill her?
I mean to save her. A malignant spirit lives in thick-skinned Newsmith. And I will banish it.
I've no evil spirit. I've done nothing wrong.
Demon. Sprite. Evil spirit. I banish you. Great tormentor. I banish you. Kanilfa. Andrisnangi.
Life to the living.
Death to the dead.
I saw purple stuff in the other cage too.
Rose, a flower. I became the pitiless thorn. But I did not make the world. It made me.
Red. Look.
Deborah!
Oh.
God spare me, no. Please, no, no.
The curse is lifted. Here, at least. I hope she'll be all right.
And you? Are you all right?
It's a while now since I've been all right. I'm determined. I'll have to do.
I was thinking about something, but I immediately forgot. Defeating an enemy with punch attack restores 20 spirit points. Sure. Each enemy hit by punch attack increases the damage of punch attacks by 50%. This is cumulative. Sure. As the beast lay dying, a red tore from its chest a heart-shaped piece of wood, stained with old blood. This powerful tie is doused with essence of nightmares, a veteran's betrayal. After a defeat to its powerful goals, we got 3 Scourge accretions.
Rory, thank you.
I said I'd do the necessary. I do it gladly.
Wrong button. We came from here, yeah. We're going the other way. We're going this way. The thing with the as we were talking about before the boss fight, the thing with the inconsistencies too is like, it's not like I see one thing I'm like, whoa, what the hell, this game is ruined now. It's more like it like piles up. You see like one thing, then you see 2 things, then you see 3 things, then you see 4 things. Little weird but kind of like whatever inconsistency. The entire meme of this area here was that the entire port was frozen, right? So you couldn't bring a boat in. But I fell into the water by the port and I got swallowed by it. I didn't hit the ice. Some of that I think about. And I'm like, And that's like one thing. But then you're like, oh, it's the second thing. Oh, it's the third thing. The fourth thing. Oh, that's cool.
Look at that.
It's beautiful.
No. Look at it.
Oh.
Into the Valley of Death we go.
Oh, that looks really problematic. If the game was more fun, you would notice these things less. Maybe. I mean, I think the game is pretty decent though overall. I wonder how you get here. That was a weird place. How the hell did we get there? I mean, I'll have to return when like the thing too is that like it feels like it's like it's slow rolling the abilities by a lot. Like I have all these like destructible walls and things here that and oh yeah and a creeping ivy manifestation too. Like I felt like it took a really long time for us to get that gun. That was wicked, yeah. I think the game is fun though. There's an activity here.